Hey everyone, it's Kim. It's Wednesday. It's weekly weigh-in time. I'll put that, I'll block it in here real quick, how I did this week. And let's do that right now so you know where I'm at. Well, I had another good week. As you can see, the weight loss is slowing down, and I really expect that to happen. Actually, anytime now, knowing how I am, I expect to plateau because usually the first 2 or 3 weeks I do really well, and then it's like nothing, 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 and then all of a sudden, bam, I'll start losing again. So, I had to learn my own body over all the years of dieting, which brings me to a couple of questions I had. I've had a couple of people, one being Dawn over at Sensible Living with Money Mom, and a couple other people asked me if I could share my weight loss tips. And at first I really wasn't going to do it because I thought, well, what right do I have of everybody in the world to tell you how to lose weight? And you know what? My first thing with starting this eating plan the last time, I want it to be the last time I actually start a plan, was to change the way I think about things. So that being said, yes, I do have a right. I've lost a lot of weight. Unfortunately, I gained it back a lot of times. But, in my lifetime, I'll bet you I lost 1,000 pounds. I started dieting when I was 13 years old. Not that I'm proud of it, believe me, but I'm proud of the fact that this time was the first time in 45 years that I did it what I consider for the right reason. I lost weight because it wasn't a number, it wasn't a size, it was because I felt bad. I wanted to feel better. I wanted to physically not have my feet hurt if I've been standing up for 20 minutes, not have my knees hurt trying to walk, not have my arthritis hurt all the time. I just wanted to feel better. In the past, I lost weight because somebody teased me or somebody bullied me or, a family member told me I was fat and they had lost weight, or a friend had bariatric surgery and I wanted to prove that I could do it without having to have surgery. And every one of those was not, I failed. I lost the weight, but I failed at keeping it off. Now, I lost 55 pounds. A year ago, I started it in July, and I lost 55 pounds, kept it off for 8 months, and then we had the hiccup with the COVID. And right now I'm going to tell you, I have a lot of depression issues in the wintertime. My husband, I'm a widow now for 11 years. It was really hard on me for like 9 of those 11 years. I grieved very bad in the winter because all of the birthdays are from between October and December. We had all the kids' birthdays, the grandkids' birthdays, our anniversary, then you have the holidays in there, and I would start slipping into this depression. And in the past, in the wintertime, I had to take medication. Now I recognize it, and I try to find ways to deal with it. And I was doing well until COVID hit, and then my anxiety level just kept going up and up because I had family in Florida. I have my kids, my grandkids, and, then the food situation, are we going to run out of meat? Are my grandkids going to be able to eat? All kinds of stuff. My mind went a little bit crazy, and my way of coping with crazy is I don't think about it. I just eat all day long. So one of the things I have to learn to do is recognize when I'm in that mode where I put other things before my health. So 1, I had to lose it for the right reason, and 2, I have to put my health before all this other stuff that I want to eat. So it took me many different diets to find out what works for me. What works for me the best that I have discovered is a low-carb diet. Now, when I lost the weight, I wanted, just like everybody, I wanted a rapid weight loss. So in the beginning, I started the 20 grams or less carbs. I was losing like 4 and 5 pounds a week, and I did really well. And it gave me that boost and that confidence to keep going. Well, now I've decided to keep it, almost every day I'm 50 grams or less. Occasionally I'll bump up to 80, but I've only done it once, I think. I do love fresh fruit, and it's summertime, so I'm willing to eat a little bit more, but I don't eat sweets on that day. I don't eat any bread products. If I want to have, like last night, I had a fairly good sized bowl of strawberries. They were fresh. I had just froze a whole bunch of them. I decided to have, 40 grams worth of strawberries, and I'm okay with that. I don't do it every day. So this works for me. Believe me, I have tried every diet in the planet. And I'm going to tell you, the worst one I ever did, you had to eat 21 eggs in 21 days, and you were supposed to lose 21 pounds. I still cannot smell or look at an egg without gagging a little bit. I didn't make it. Let's put it that way. I didn't make it. And you don't lose 21 pounds just by eating 21 eggs. I think you had to eat 21 eggs a day. It was crazy. Luckily, my cholesterol didn't go bonkers, but I was young then. I was probably like 20. Don't do the 21 egg a day diet, please. That was disgusting. Anyway, this works for me, and everybody's going to be different. Yes, I went through substantial carb withdrawal cravings. For 3 days, I thought I was going to eat my chair because I wanted the carbs. Once I got past it, I'm done. So this plan works for me. It was the first time in my entire life, like I said, I've lost weight 100 times, that I kept off the majority of my weight. Every single time I've lost weight in the past, I not only gained it back, I gained extra. Well, of that 55, I gained back 19. Okay, so I kept 36 pounds off. I have to be proud of myself for that. I am very proud of myself for that because it's the first time in my life that I did that. So I found what works for me. You have to find what works for you. Don't go on some crazy fad diet. Don't believe that you can't do this because you've tried. I failed Weight Watchers 50 times. I don't do the point thing. I don't get it. I had lost 100 pounds once before. You had to count exactly how many, carb servings, like, you had to have 5 bread or carbs, type servings per day that equaled 15 grams of carbs and 80 calories. You had to eat 2 fruit a day. You had to eat 5 ounces of protein a day. I lost 100 pounds doing that, but it was not sustainable to me. This is more sustainable. I can walk by and say, you know what? I'll take a burger. Yes, fresh burgers on the grill, but you know what? I won't eat the bun. I'll put the tomato on it. Maybe I'll put lettuce, and I can put my mayonnaise and all that kind of stuff. So I'm okay with that. I could pass by the bread now. So this is what's working for me. Find what works for you. There are days I have the 4th of July coming, and my grandkids are coming up. My son and his wife and their kids are coming up. And you know what? I want to have a s'more one night with them. So I'm going to plan my day around that. I'm not going to have any other carbs during that day. I won't have the watermelon and stuff on that day. And if I feel like it at that time, I might have 1 little graham cracker s'more. I'll use my sugar-free chocolate, so that'll cut some of the carbs. Maybe I'll do it open-faced, with just the graham cracker, the melted chocolate, and a marshmallow. It'll cut a little bit more. But I planned for it. So I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to, oh my gosh, I gained 2 pounds because I ate 1 s'more. No, it's not going to happen. So I plan if I want something special. And while I'm at it, let me tell you, I do plan on eating watermelon. But let me give you a hint. What I do, I take that watermelon, I cut it into like little fingers, I put a popsicle stick in there, and I freeze it. You get the same yummy flavor, you eat a lot less carbs, and it lasts longer. So I'm going to have a watermelon popsicle, 1 or 2 maybe, over the course of the long weekend. So that's what I'm going to do. Another thing I did was, for the first time, this last time, was I always kept my clothes that were too big. I kept them because I was always worried, because I always have in the past, that I was going to gain my weight back. And I didn't want to have to buy new clothes. So as I started out, my tops were 3X, and my bottoms were a very, very tight 2X. I'm talking, I should have gone up a size because they were uncomfortably tight. I had some stretch ones that I could manage, so that's where I got away with it. But when I firmly got down into a 1X where the 2Xs were getting baggy, I took my best pieces, donated them to charity. The rest I got rid of. And then when I got down into the 1X, I still had just my summer shorts, because by the time I gained the weight back, I was in winter and I could wear stretch pants again. So when I got down to 16, I got rid of the 1X, except for a couple pair that I have right now because they just happen to be summer pants and they were put away. So I only have like 2 pair of 1X shorts, and I have one that's a little stretchy. So, I have 3 pairs of shorts, so I wash my laundry twice a week. Otherwise, I wear my slacks. So get rid of those clothes that are too big. Don't believe, I have to keep them because I'm going to gain my weight back. Don't allow yourself to think like that. Again, I had to change the way I think. I cannot think I'm going to save these just in case I gain my weight back. Okay? One thing that I struggle with is staying off the scale. I want to see every day, twice a day, 3 times a day. I stopped doing that. Did I gain weight? Did I go down? Did I gain? Did I go down? Well, you know what? Last week after I showed you I had lost weight, my weight popped up 2 pounds 2 days later. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? No, I didn't do anything wrong. Your body's going to fluctuate. I take mine first thing in the morning. I get up. I go to the bathroom. Take my weight. What it is what it is. That's the lowest I'm going to be during the day. So I'm accepting that. The rest of the time, I don't touch it. If I forget to do it the next morning and I already had my breakfast, I don't step on the scale. But I had to learn it will fluctuate. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. I'm going to stay the same. It's okay. What I'm looking at is, instead of the scale, is 1, how do my clothes fit? And 2, how do I feel? I feel so much better than I did 3 weeks ago. My arthritis is better controlled. My knees don't hurt so much. My feet don't hurt so much. I have more energy. That's what I'm focusing on. Yes, I like to see a little bit of weight loss, but like I said, I know it's coming where I'm going to plateau. I do it every time I lose weight. It could be 2 weeks. It could be 3 weeks. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So I don't care. So let's see what other. I wrote some notes. So, this is a big one. Oh, Lord. Know my triggers, okay? Sweet carbs are a massive trigger for me. So, ice cream. There's no way on this earth I can buy a carton of ice cream and expect that to last more than 2 days. I'm not going to lie. It's like I obsessively think about it. It's like I'll just have a little bit. Well, that wasn't too much. That wasn't much. I'll have just a little bit more. And that's, 11 o'clock in the morning. And then I eat lunch and I try to fight it. And then next thing I know, I'm like called to that ice cream again. So I'm going to have just a little bit more and then just a little bit more. And maybe I'll have a little bit more. Anyway, it's gone. I don't buy the ice cream. You know what? If I want a real ice cream, I'll go to a really good ice cream shop. I will buy me 1 scoop of premium ice cream. I will eat it there. I will enjoy it, and I won't feel guilty about it, because for me to do that, I have to go 15, 20 miles. So, you know what? I'm not buying the cheap crap from the grocery store. I'm going to get me a really good scoop of ice cream, 1 scoop. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. Chocolate is a big one for me. I like to buy, I have the Lily's semi-sweet chocolate. That does not trigger me. The stuff with the real sugar does, except for dark chocolate. I could eat like a 60 or 70% dark chocolate, which I like the Ghirardelli ones. And they're a pretty good sized chocolate chip, about yay big. 2 or 3 of those, I'm maxed out. I can't handle anymore. I don't want any more chocolate. So if I keep chocolate in the house, it's either the Lily's sugar-free, which, maybe 3 times a week max. I have 4 or 5 little chips, and I savor them, and I'm not triggered to eat more. So Or I have the Ghirardelli's dark chocolate in the baking section chips, and I'll eat 2, maximum 3, and I'm done with those. So fresh baked bread is a trigger, so I just don't bake it right now. That's a big one. The other one is I mentioned in one of my other videos, I make small attainable goals. My first goal was to get under 215 this last time. My next one was to get under 210. Then I said 205. Well, today you saw I'm 202. My biggest one for me is to get under 200 again, and then again to meet where I was. So, and then hopefully I'll lose some after that. But, you know, I want to get back at least to the 194, 95 pound range that I was. So small attainable goals are so much easier than saying, oh, I need to lose 80 pounds. No, I need to lose 5 pounds. I need to lose 10 pounds. That's where I go with that. Another big one, no distracted eating. I do not watch TV and eat whatever because I don't even know it's there. I take whatever I want, sit down at the table with my beverage. That bowl of strawberries yesterday, ate a strawberry. I enjoyed it. I savored it. I ate another one. Actually, I didn't even end up eating the whole bowl because by the time I had half, 3/4 of a bowl, I was done. I put those back in the refrigerator. So distracted eating is a killer, you guys. I mean, really, in the wintertime, I could make a big, big bowl of, popcorn, sit there at in my chair and just keep going and look down and say, oh crap, it's all gone. I'll go make another bowl because I forgot, I didn't even realize I was eating it. So no distracted eating. Let's see. Oh, the other thing with this new plan, the new eating plan that I'm on, I don't eat at a set time. I eat when I feel hungry. Now, that goes with, when you do keto and the low-carb diets, a lot of people tout intermittent fasting. I just happen to do it naturally because I'm just not, if I don't eat the carbs, I'm not hungry. So today, I ate my first meal at 3 o'clock. I just wasn't hungry. And by then, I was like, you know what, I do ham and cream cheese roll-ups. I ate 2 of them. I was going to have a big salad with it. I wasn't hungry, so I put the salad back, and I'll have that at dinner time. So, no boredom eating, guys. Do not boredom eat like I was doing all winter. Don't stress eat. Find an activity or something that gets you away from it. Because, let's face it, we don't stress eat vegetables. We eat the junk, and that's going to cause us trouble. So, I don't have a set time when I eat. I eat when I'm hungry, and I've learned to not want that. A lot of my eating is emotional, and it was like I would eat to the point of severe fullness because I was trying to fill up whatever was in there. I don't eat to that fullness anymore. I don't like that feeling anymore. I changed my mind that, that's not a good feeling. Before it was kind of like I'm filling up this void, especially like I said, after my husband died, I was filling a need in me. Now I call somebody on the phone or text a friend or watch YouTubes, and do stuff like that. So I only eat when I'm hungry now. Another one, if you do screw up, it doesn't have to be like, how many times have I said to myself, today's Wednesday and I ate horrible. I'll get back on it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and I screw up and I'm like, well, I might as well, it's almost the weekend. I'll restart on Monday. Well, you know what? I did that all winter. My Mondays just kept getting further and further away. 3 months later, I finally just said, enough is enough. No more. If I screw up this morning, it's one meal. By the next meal, I get back on track. I try to figure out in between, was it something I really wanted? Was it a stress? Was it anger? Was it self-pity? Whatever it was, forgive myself, that one indiscretion. If I want to do it, if I screw up a whole day, it's one day in my lifetime. It's one meal in my lifetime. It doesn't reflect on the rest of my life. So I forgive myself that indiscretion. that's not planned. If I don't plan it, like I do, I do plan a lot of my snacks. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I forgive myself. I move on. What's done is done. I can't change it. It went in my mouth. I'm done with it. So that's kind of what I did in the wintertime. I went wrong. I didn't forgive myself. I was blaming myself. I was depressed. I was anxious. I gave up on myself, and it's done. I can't change it. All I can do is go forward. I forgave myself. I'm back where I need to be, both mind and body, and it's done. So those are my tips, I guess. If I come up with other ones every Wednesday, if I find something that worked super well for me this week, like my frozen watermelon trick, I'll let you know how it went this weekend. If it worked, it worked. It usually works for me. The grandkids love them. They're like popsicles. And, frozen grapes are really good, by the way, too. You can eat 4 or 5 and satisfy the need instead of a half a bunch. So anyway, learn to forgive yourself. We can't change what we did in the past. We can only change our future. And that's what I'm dwelling on. Yeah, I could beat myself up. Man, if I had never gained that 100 pounds back, I could have been so, my life would have been this. It's bull. It hasn't changed my life other than, I'm back here again. So forgive yourself, move on. Have a great holiday weekend. Maybe I'll be able to post over the weekend when the grandkids are here. And I hope you guys enjoy. Enjoy yourself. Be happy. Be kind to yourself. You've only got you. In the end, we have our own selves that we have to take care of. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of others. So have a good life, everybody. Don't beat yourself up. We are who we are. Don't let anybody put you down. You're a good person, and that's all that matters. So have a great day, everybody. Please leave me a comment what you think. If you have any hints and tricks that work for you, let me know. I'd love to hear them.